What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing an analysis on the Execration versus Ronin Esports. So this is Myanmar first placer versus Execration, who was third place in MPLPH. Alright, so the champion for Myanmar was Burmese Gold, so don't get that confused. But Ronin Esports, they actually got top 1 in MPL Myanmar during the regular season. They had a better record than Burmese Goals. So first, let's look at the draft. The reason why I wanted to do this analysis, by the way, is because a lot of people are bashing the Execration right now, considering that they have 2 new rookies, right? 2 new rookies, the 3 players going playing again, Chak Nusagitno and Etumax are older players. They also don't have a coach as well. And someone told me that Ronin Esports also don't have a coach, and from what it looks like, they don't have a coach. As you can see, there's only 5 of them here, and there's no coach drafting for them. While for Exe, Zapnu was actually drafting for them. So let's look at the draft. I saw a lot of criticism by the fans towards Execration, and I just thought that it was uncalled for. So let's look at the game, let's break it down, alright? So let's start with the draft. Let's look at the bans. First off, Brody, Lunox, and Jawhead gets banned. Those are pretty common bans right now, especially in this current patch. Vendetta and Brody are new bans and new priorities right now. Usually people could do like Brody core or Brody offlane. It's most likely a Brody offlane that people do. Lunox right now is like super prioritized, especially in the Indo meta. Jawhead tank is still a thing, so but I would say for Execration, instead of Jawhead, they could have picked something else. There's many ways to counter Jawhead, like for example Valir. I think Valir is really good against Jawhead, but there's not a lot of teams that actually play Valir in this current patch, and I'm not sure why. So I would say Valir is kind of underrated right now, underrated. So now let's look at the draft for Ronin Esports. Let's see here, they banned Selena, which they know that the Selena was really hard to deal with in game number 1. Game 1, it was Etomax on the Selena, and yes, Etomax didn't really hit a lot of stunts, but the problem was the vision game. They were losing a lot of map pressure because Selena had vision everywhere, so they knew exactly where the enemies were. So even though Selena wasn't hitting like key stuns during game number 1, and by the way, if you didn't watch game number 1, Exe won game number 1 like single-handedly. Alright, and many Filipinos were saying, oh, Execration versus AI, and look what happened in game number 2 and 3, right? So yes, that's why Selena is banned right there for Ronin Esports. They banned it the rest of the series after game number 1. So now they also ban Natalia. Natalia is, I don't know why a lot of teams ban Nat. I guess she's just really annoying, especially against a good Nat, I guess. But for me at least, there's many ways to counter Nat. It's an okay ban. I'm not saying it's completely bad, but I think it could have been something else. And I think what Ronin was trying to do here was bait a Vendetta pick. They know that, oh, people are gonna, you know, prioritize Vendetta and bait it out and try to counter it, alright? And they also ban Alice, alright? The reason why these guys ban Alice is also in game number 1, Kelra played a fucking insane Alice, alright? Their new rookie, alright? Kelra played a really good Alice, so that's why they banned it. So pretty much a respect ban for Ronin Esports, but let's say he only played a decent Alice, not a super amazing Alice. Alice is still a ban-worthy hero. But let's see what Execration will pick here. For the bans, I like Ronin Esports bans better. This Jawhead could have changed, and like I said, they were trying to bait the Vendetta pick, and that's what we see. So, Vendetta is actually a really broken hero right now, but the problem is, if you've never played Vendetta in a professional scene, please do not try it on the pro scene, alright? Yes, you can play Vendetta in ranked games, but ranked games don't necessarily mean that you can transition to fucking MPL invitational. It does not transition to pro scene. Alright, so yeah, it's considerably a new hero. Not a lot of players have mastered the hero yet. She's most likely used as an offlane, sometimes used as a core, and she's really weak. Not really weak, she falls off late game, right? She's super strong early game and mid game, and then falls off really hard late game. So that's the win condition for Ronin Esports. If they get this to late game, this Vendetta should be having a really tough time, alright? And I'm surprised, I'm really fucking surprised that they ended up giving away Barats, alright? Like, instead of the Jawhead ban, this could have been Barats, and now that they gave it away, now it's like a 1-for-1. One OP hero for another OP hero. But then again, Ronin Esports has, you know, another pick, so they can pick another pretty OP hero here in quite a bit. Let's see what they pick. From what I've noticed, at least, from what I've noticed, Akai is like a priority with Ronin Esports. Alright, so for the teams, like for example, Ronin is moving on to the next bracket because I know they won this game. So it's most likely Evo's SG or Louvre or Louvre that is going to be playing against Ronin Esports. If they want to play good against Ronin Esports, I think they should ban this Akai. Because I feel like that's their comfort pick right there. If anything, Akai should have been banned right here instead of the Jawhead, to be honest with you. Right here. It should have been Barats or Akai, to be honest with you, instead of Jawhead. Because Jawhead could be literally get countered by Valir and other early game heroes, alright? Because Jawhead falls off late game as a tank. And he doesn't have a lot of playmaking potential compared to other tanks. So, but let's keep going. So this is a good pick from Ronin Esports. And I actually think Akai is a very, very underrated pick in ranked games right now and professional scene as well. He should be picked more often, and I like how Ronin Esports is taking advantage of that. Because Akai can counter many heroes. He can engage and also disengage to save a teammate. He has a free Purify, and he face checks pretty well, right? I would say he's a pretty balanced hero right now. I don't think Munto needs to do anything with Akai right now to balance it. Now that they pick Akai and Barats, they pick Farsa, who's arguably still the best support, alright? They picked Chu, and I'm not really sure why Execration is really forcing this Chu pick. Maybe the reason why they wanted to pick this Chu, and I think I know why, is to counter this Akai, alright? But even then, it's still very hard to knock up Akai when he's on Hurricane Dance, alright? So if you didn't know, Hurricane Dance can get cancelled by a knockup, and that's why they picked this Chu tank right here, okay? But the problem with that is, Chu doesn't have a lot of pressure, especially late game, because he's a single target hero in most cases, and the only area of effect crowd control he has is the knockup. But if the enemy team, if they're not together, you're not going to be able to knock up multiple targets. You're only most likely going to be able to knock up one target. If you fail the initiation, you're going to get fucked up and you're most likely going to die. So that's why I'm not really sure why this is picked. I guess it's to counter the Akai pick, but it's not enough of a reason to pick Chu this early. If anything, they should have picked Chu like in the second phase of the draft. The Farsa pick is actually okay here, alright? The Farsa pick is actually good here. Vendetta and Farsa is good here. The problem with the Vendetta pick earlier is, from what I noticed when I watched the game, is Kelra still doesn't have a full grasp of the hero, right? Full grasp. Yi Sun-shin is a pretty safe pick right now as a core, so I like that. Gives you a lot of vision with the global ulti, so no problems with that. That is a pretty reasonable pick for Ronin Esports. They banned Link because these guys don't have a core yet, because they know that Vendetta is most likely going to go off lane, alright? Exe also played Link game 1, alright? Game 1 where they won, like one-sided. They're kind of banning based on their previous games, alright? So if you think about it, this team is actually really easy to outdraft if that's the way they think, okay? They just say, okay, these guys played it last game, or they beat us with this hero last time, let's ban it. That's usually not what you want to do when you're playing against a professional team. Alright, you want to ban based on the weaknesses of your team comp and not based on your losses from the previous games. Okay? So now they ban Yuzhong as well. Yuzhong is actually a pretty good ban here because Yuzhong is really good against Yi Sun-shin. They don't want this Yi Sun-shin to go against a Yuzhong who gets chased in the backline and gets killed. Alright, and plus, Akai cannot stop a Yuzhong when Yuzhong goes Dragon Form into the Yi Sun-shin. Now, for Execration, they banned Saber because I'm guessing from game number 2, apparently Ronin Esports just destroyed Execration with the Saber. But why would they ban Saber if they already have a Yi Sun-shin? Because usually Saber is used as a core. So there's no reason for you to ban the Saber, alright? So I'm not really sure what Ronin Esports did with the Saber. I'm pretty sure it was a core Saber. I mean, we could double check. Give me 1 second. So it is a core Saber. They had an offlane Yi Sun-shin. I think Execration is trying to predict what they're gonna do. They're thinking that Yi Sun-shin is gonna be offlane again and then Saber's core. So I guess that makes sense now that they played that same team comp on game number 2. So going back to the picks, Lapu-Lapu's ban. Lapu-Lapu's, the revamp is actually super fucking strong. So I think Lapu-Lapu's still a good ban here. They lost to the Veil from game number 2, but they didn't ban it. And I actually think Veil is not ban worthy. It's just that Veil here is actually really good against Farsa, alright? Because when Farsa ultis, Veil can simply knock you up. So what Execration needs to do here is they need to be super aggressive early game. And if they don't win the early game, they fall off really hard. And why is that? Because they have Lancelot who falls off late game. They have Vendetta who falls off late game. And after that, they're kind of fucked. They're fucked. They don't have enough DPS. When these guys are off the charts, off the equation, the only chance they have is Farsa late game, Xborg ulti, and then Chu for setups. Alright? That's it. But if they get to late game, Execration is done for, alright? And for the other side, we have Barat's late game, who's pretty insane. That's why Barat's is like picked still. Early game is still really good. Late game is freaking annoying. Super tanky. Yisun Shin's burst is pretty good late game. And we have Vei late game, who's obviously really scary. And also, I think they're gonna pick the Hayabusa here, who is also a late game hero. So as long as Ronin Esports lives long enough or survives long enough in game number 3, they should be able to win with this team comp. Okay? And plus, if Akai makes some plays or Brats makes some plays with their ulti, then that'll just be a plus. Okay? So it's also really hard to play Farsa against a Hayabusa, because when you're stationary, Hayabusa will just simply shadow next to you and then just ulti you even if you fly away. And then he ultis back to his shadow and survives after ulting you. So that's why it's really hard to play Farsa here. So overall, the draft was just really hectic for Execration, and they didn't meet their win condition. They're supposed to win their early game to mid game and finish before late game even comes. Let's look at the laning phase from both teams. It's a normal 1-3-1 for Execration, and it looks like Ronin Esports, they're gonna do the a 3-1-1 where Vale is just gonna wave clear this. Alright, let me make sure that this is the EXP lane or gold lane. Give me 1 second, just so we know. Alright, so obviously Execration didn't change anything in their rotation. This is the same shit that they do in MPLPH back in the regular season and playoffs. I like how Ronin is experimenting and not just sticking to the what people see, right? So that's good. They're trying out their own rotation and not copying what majority of the teams have, which I really like. And look at this. We have Barat's offlane right here, and actually Hayabusa is doing a fast. Oh, shoot. Okay. So I see the offlane Yisun Shin is going to clear mid first. And this is the EXP lane and this is the gold lane. So the gold lane goes to Barat's, but Hayabusa is going to be their core. So Hayabusa is doing a fast red with Akai. So this Chu is not going to be able to invade. It's going to be really hard for him to invade. Chu doesn't have enough damage or pressure early game for him to invade. Like if it was Khalid, sure, I'll understand. But it's not a Khalid. Or Hilda, I would understand. But it's not a Hilda. So that's the problem here for Execration. There's many tanks that were open that didn't get chosen, right? That they could have picked. And look at this. Look, Akai is just gonna help. The reason why Akai is here, yes, the buff is a little bit tankier, but he's there to zone out the Chu. That's the important part. As long as this Chu doesn't harass the Hayabusa freely while doing the red buff, he should be doing his job, even though this red buff is a little bit tankier. And plus he has retry, so it's gonna be like, it's super hard to steal this red buff with this Chu who has a flicker. Maybe Farsa could steal it with second skill, we'll see. But most likely it will be taken by Retribution here. Farsa's too far to even steal the red buff. And I think Chaknu actually almost got the orange buff, but I feel like this is like so forced. So forced, because look at this. He's level 1 and they have 2 level 2s. This is a miscommunication from Execration. Execration's support and tank, they're invading, while their core is farming the Little Wanderer here on the right hand side, because that's where it spawned. Vendetta also cut the lane, and I think he's gonna try to invade this top lane as well, but he's way too late. So I don't know if this Chu's gonna die actually. That was a bad dash from Yisun Shin, but alright. Chaknu actually lives with 1 HP, so super lucky. Yeah, I think this is just miscommunication from Exe. Because at this point, Vendetta rotated top lane for no reason. He's gonna take the mid lane minion from Lancelot, so they're gonna be sharing EXP. Actually, he didn't. Okay, that's good. He didn't take it. He's giving Lancelot all the EXP here on mid lane. That's cool. I thought he was gonna clear it. Okay? Kelra right now is playing Vendetta against this Vale. And what they need to do here, since they know Vale is super weak early game, is they really need to play aggressive against this Vale, especially knowing that he is alone. Alright? And let's see what Execration will do. And I think they know this. They know this for a fact. Alright, Kelra misses the first skill, misses the second skill as well. That's not good. That is not a good... Yeah, look at that. That was such a messy gank. It was not coordinated at all. He missed everything. I'm not sure if he was lagging or whatnot. But in this case, like, if you think about it, why is Vendetta coming in first when you have a Farsa that's fucking full HP? Right? Because the support is not supposed to get the kill. If the core is gonna go in first, he's most likely needs to dip faster. He needs to dip earlier than the support, because you're gonna be the one tanking the tower. So it should be Farsa hitting this Veil first instead of the Vendetta. And this is why this gank failed. Look, the Vendetta came in first, meaning the tower will hit you, alright? The tower will focus you. The Farsa hasn't done anything yet. Now he uses second skill. But it's too late. You already fucked up the gank. So Vendetta actually fucked that up. He should have waited for Farsa to initiate first. Okay? This is good vision from Akai here, knowing that they're about to gank. Veil should be backing up right now. And he's actually back. He backed up so late, but he's still okay. Alright, that's fine. See, as you can see, he gave the information to his teammates and they ended up disengaging right on time. That's why tanks are so important. So very good job from Akai for giving that information. Small detail, but super, super important. It looks like from what Ronin Esports is doing, they have a designated jungler, alright? Except for the first few seconds. First few seconds when the buff spawns. What the Akai needs to do is just help the Hayabusa on the buff, the red buff or blue buff, doesn't matter. And then after that, Hayabusa could just farm anywhere he wants and then ganks anywhere he wants. He can pick and choose which lane to gank and which lane needs help. So they have a designated jungler, unlike Execration, who has a core that's kind of just roaming around. So these guys have a designated jungler. It's a little different for Execration. Hopefully you guys know what I mean. There goes the Vendetta ulti on the Veil. The Veil is level 4, so that's a good pickoff right there, finally. That's good. That's a good dive and gank right there. Akai is still not level 4. He can't do anything to protect the Veil. So that's good. Mark is super, super fucking ahead. He's level 5 and the enemy core is level 3. If you think about it, Execration should be winning pickoffs and team fights. Alright? So, in my honest opinion, this Ronin Esports, how do you say this? Rotation is not very good. When your core is behind like this, 2 levels behind a Lancelot, it's not a good look. What I think is gonna happen here is they're just gonna get outscaled because they have a Lancelot that falls off late game and Vendetta, and then they're gonna end up winning. Ronin Esports is gonna end up winning. Farsa keeps using bird form to engage instead of using it to escape. That's a bad look. The problem here is, guys, Etomax is the shot caller of the team, so he needs to think like twice as much compared to the other players. He's trying to tell, you know, each member what to do. But with him shot calling, I think his gameplay is kind of like fallen off, I would say. These little things that you do, you should not be doing. Right? He used bird form for no reason. Like, you don't know when Akai is gonna engage on you. You don't know if Hayabusa is gonna shadow in on you. You know what I mean? Like, you could have saved it for something more important. Here we go. We see Chu trying to zone out, so this is good. And Kelra's just trying to get gold from the shield here. So this is fine. Meanwhile, on top lane, we're just gonna see a 1v1. Hayabusa is getting another buff. That's fine. Again, we see a Farsa that's using bird form to engage when he didn't have to. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Why? Why you need to bird form when you could just simply walk right here? It didn't do anything either. It just stunned Akai and it doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, these little things are very, very important. You need to save your skills. Because top tier teams will take advantage of that. If they know you don't have bird form, you're so fucked. Alright, so now Turtle's ready. Execration knows that at 3 minutes, Turtle's ready, so they prepared for that. That's why they overflowed this lane. So this is good. So far, Execration's doing good. And this is supposed to be the case. They're supposed to win. They have early game and mid game heroes. They are supposed to be. It's supposed to look like this. Alright, again, Etomax is using the bird form to engage. He ulted, not gonna hit anything. That's fine. Ronin Esports wants to play it safe. As you can see, they're playing really passive and they're not really looking for fights. Look at this. And it's been a 2v1 here on top lane for Sagitnu, but still, he's playing very aggressive considering that he's doing a 2v1. But this is a nice counter gank from Mark and Chaknu, actually. I really like this from Mark and Chaknu. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to kill this Barats, but look at this. Barats is so tanky. This is why Barats gets banned, man. Look at that. So hard to kill. I think he's still going to die, though. Good job. Okay, not really sure why Farsa had to steal the kill, though. That was a for sure kill for Lancelot. Look. Yeah, that was a for sure kill for Lancelot. You didn't have to. Yeah, he just stole that kill. He stole that kill with second skill. That was uncalled for, I would say, especially as a support player. You don't want to do that. You want to feed your Lancelot as much as possible, bro. So these little things, you know, it really does make a difference. It separates the top tier teams to, like, you know, the decent middle tier teams in MPLPH. This is fine so far. The turtle will be up in 20 seconds. So I think XA should be, like, taking advantage of this and getting ready for it. But 4 members are here on the bottom side of the map. So they definitely need to rotate on the top side of the map. Let's see what they do. And it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. This Akai gets kicked again. That's good. This is good. When you know that you can burst out a tank, feel free to kick. Feel free to kick the tank. As long as you know you have enough damage output to kill that tank. Alright, never kick a tank when it's late game, because when it's late game, it's gonna be so hard to kill that tank. And it looks like Vendetta got killed by Veil here on bot lane. So let's see that. So we saw Akai get kicked, but let's pay attention to the minimap here, okay? So what happened here? How exactly did a Vendetta that's level 7 and that's Veil that's level 6, and considering that Veil is a late game hero, he's really weak early game to mid game, Vendetta is supposed to win this matchup. Let's see what happens. Right here, he tries to go in. How? How exactly? Yisenshin was late. Look, Yisenshin was still going. Vendetta's like, how much health is this? Like 75% health. It was just like one auto attack from Yisenshin because he got an assist right here. But I don't understand. How do you lose? How exactly do you lose to a Veil? He didn't even damage the Veil at all. Veil is 100% health. That is unacceptable as an offlaner, alright? I mean, Ronin is not doing anything special here. I think they're just capitalizing on Execration's mistake, if they ever have one. But overall, like, they're just playing safe. They know that they just have to get to late game and win. They're not doing anything special. Actually, their early game rotation is trash. Alright, let me be honest. Sorry for the Myanmar viewers. Ronin Esports early game rotation is trash. Okay? If your core is behind by 2 levels, you're not doing the rotation correctly. I still don't understand though. Why is Vendetta playing so passive against Veil when he could simply freeze the lane and zone? Yeah, he could like stay right here and just freeze the lane and zone and just keep Veil out of distance. Yes, Veil will try to poke you, but it's pretty easy to dodge Veil's skill. Alright, the gank is not gonna work there. Chakmu tried to make a play. Again, Farsa using bird form to engage for no reason. Why? And now he doesn't have bird form. He ultis. Not sure why. There's no minions for you to push and try to zone out. There's no reason for Farsa to ulti here. Why exactly are you ulting? It doesn't hit anything. It hits 1. That's it. It's not worth it. Now, Akai knows this. He's gonna try to go for a play here. Nice stun, ulti. There it is. But nice immune from Vendetta, so I'm not really sure why Akai is even going for Vendetta when he knows he has an immune. So I'm like super confused. It's like Vendetta did the same shit earlier. Akai tried going for Vendetta and he immuned it. So Hayabusa is just farming right now. What Hayabusa needs to do is get to late game, so that's exactly what he's doing. He's just been farming. He's not going to be able to make a play until he gets his item. This is very good zoning and very good aggression from Chaknu actually. I like this. What Chaknu's trying to do, he's trying to zone this 3 people right here so that Kelra and Mark can actually get this tower. So this is good. This is good. Now they backed off. They're fucking scared out of their minds. And Kelra and Mark get to the tower. Nice zoning again from Chaknu. So this is what a tank is supposed to do. That's why it's so important. Chaknu's actually playing super well right now. I really like it. And a lot of people are also blaming the Chu pick. The reason why the Chu pick is not as good as people saw it is because Chu falls off as a tank late game. Like I said, he's usually a single target hero, and he doesn't have enough AoE CC to, you know, make a difference, to make a play. Considering that these guys have an Akai, if anybody else gets caught here, Yisenshin simply like dashes away, Hayabusa shadows out. If Hayabusa gets caught or Veil gets caught, Akai's probably gonna Hurricane Dance and push Chu away. So that's what's good about Akai, is having the disengage. Okay, and Barrett, for Barrett, oh my god, what the fuck? What did Veil do to you? Nice knockup from Veil. That's when you're supposed to do the bird form, but he got fucked up by the knockup. Jesus Christ, that's not even the middle of the ulti from Veil too. Why is it that when I play Veil, it doesn't do that much damage? That's some bullshit. Did he get buffed? Nice zoning from Akai. First kill. There it is. See, right? So that's what's good about Akai. If Chu fucks up, you're screwed. Alright, you're screwed. If Akai knows you don't have immune, oh, this is good from Kelra though. If Akai knows you don't, Chu doesn't have immune, you're literally a free target. So this is really good from Kelra, knowing that Veil lacks mobility, and he focused the backline. He misses though. Again, this is just like mechanics. Just basic mechanics. He fucked up. Look, that was supposed to be a kill for him. He missed. Okay. Oh, he actually got lucky that Veil flickered here, and he actually, I guess, technically, he predicted that Veil was going to flicker here, and he hit him with the first skill. He hit him with another auto attack. He missed the second skill, so nice sidestep from Veil right there. But at this point, if you fuck that up, like, you might as well just go for the Veil. You already fucked up, see? Instead of trying to run away. Yeah, so that was a big mistake from Kelra. No more immortality for Xborg. Hayabusa did his job. He just needs to shadow out. It's already 8 minutes into the game, as we can see. So it's gonna head into mid stages of the game now. So it should still be Execration with an advantage here. But from what it's looking like, look at the gold lead. Execration is supposed to be winning by a landslide with this team comp in the early to mid stages of the game. But look at it, they're only 300 gold ahead, which is unacceptable with this kind of team comp. That means that they're not making enough plays, they're not getting enough objectives, and they're not getting enough pickoffs with this team comp, with this early game team comp. This is like really good for Ronin. They're playing really passive. And that's the reason why Execration cannot make plays like they usually do, alright? Because Execration is known... Oh my god. Nice. That was a nice ulti from Akai. This Akai is actually making really good plays. This Akai is really good. Nice knockup, and that's a kill on... Oh, they actually did not get the kill, but I think, yeah, Akai is still gonna get it. Very well played. Nice jump from Akai. No more Lancelot ulti, and no more Xborg ulti, because they went for the Akai that was 1 HP. So that was, I guess... I don't know. Was that uncalled for? Let's see. Lancelot dashes into Akai. Yeah, I don't think Sagitnu needed to waste an ulti here, because that was already a kill for Lancelot. Yeah, I think that was already a kill for Lancelot. There's no need for you to waste a whole Xborg ulti for a 1 HP Akai. But he ended up getting the kill, and he also dashed towards the enemy. Look at this. Sagitnu also dashed towards the enemy. Let's see. Look, after the ulti, he dashed towards this direction instead of dashing away. I'm really not sure why though. Look, see? He dashed towards this direction, towards two members of Ronin, instead of dashing away. So this is another miscommunication. Sagitnu thought that this Lancelot was gonna commit, but the Lancelot ended up backing away and getting scared. And I think it would have been better for Mark to actually play aggressive here, because they also have Chaknu here with a kick, and they don't have any Purifies whatsoever. So they could get another kill here. Hayabusa doesn't have Purify, so they actually could have gotten a kill here if Lancelot committed. But he's full health. There's no reason for him to back off. I'm not really sure why. So this is the problem with having a new roster. You lack chemistry, right? You lack chemistry and you don't have good communication. So right there, look, he's just standing there. Your teammate just died, bro. Nice poke from Vale. Oh my god. Okay, nice try though. Nice flicker from Pekka from getting away with that Isun Shin. The Vendetta pick is not really good right now. I haven't seen him make any plays at all. This Vendetta should be roaming around the map and making plays and being aggressive, but nothing. I've seen nothing. It's literally a Vendetta against a Vale, which you're supposed to win, by the way. You're supposed to win that matchup. But he still lost the lane against a Vale. A Vale! Out of anybody, Vale! Okay, why did... give me a second. Why did Lancelot ulti right there? Give me 1 second. I think he ulted... Okay, he just wanted to clear the wave. That's fine. Yeah, the Lancelot ulti is pretty low cooldown anyways. Chu knows that Vale is here. He tried to knock up. He's gonna fail. Nice immune from Chaknu. Alright, Farsa ulted just to poke him out of the bush. That's fine. And this is not looking good so far. Nice knockup from Chu, but that is... See, that's what I meant. That's what I meant by Akai earlier. Even if you try to knock up the Vale, the Hurricane Dance is there to disengage and save you. And that's exactly what happened here. That guy's gonna die. Yeah, see? And that's why Akai is such a underrated pick. And at this point, it's heading to the later stage of the game. It's already 10 minutes, and they're behind. All right, with an early game to mid game team comp, they're behind. That's unacceptable. That's not what you want to see, because these guys are not supposed to go online until like 13-14 minutes. All right, 13-14 minutes. They have... Oh my god, this Vale is actually doing really good. Okay, what was the reason for the Xborg ulti? Lancelot already disengaged. The miscomms, like, they are not in sync. Execration, it's just obvious. They're not in sync. So for the people that are blaming the Farsa for the whole thing, not necessarily. If you look at the Lancelot, the way Lancelot and, you know, everybody else moves, they're just not in sync at all. The chemistry is just not there. So that's a wasted Xborg ulti. He doesn't have armor. These little things, like against top tier teams, like this is Ronin Esports. I'm not underestimating Ronin Esports, but they're far from being a top tier team. If this was a top tier team, they will make Execration fucking cry by doing these little mistakes. It's not something that you want to do against, let's say what? Alter Ego, RQ, Brand Esports, Omega, you know, those types of teams. So let's see here. I think Ronin Esports is getting ready for a Lord, but then again, it's a level 1 Lord, so I don't think they want to prioritize this. Let's see what they do here, though. They're trying to bait it out, I think. They're putting vision around the Lord, so... Again, look! Why? 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 Again! You don't know where the enemies are, and he's fucking dead. It's not his fault entirely. Honestly, it's not his fault, alright? It's not his fault. It's still his fault for using bird form by just roaming around. It's the bird farm is supposed to be there for you to escape, not to reposition yourself and engage. All right. But this is nice kick from Chu. Let's see if they can get it. What happened there? So that was a misplay from Lancelot. I would say that was supposed to be a kill from Lancelot. As you can see, the Lancelot didn't die, and people are thinking, oh, Lancelot actually played really fucking well. Lancelot played so good. But if you're looking and breaking it down one by one, he has so many misplays that he could have done better, right? Like Chaknu made an insane play right here by kicking the veil. Watch. Kick. And he misses it. He misses it. Alright, so that's not good. You know what I mean? These little things. Sagitno ulted, that's not gonna do anything. They're just... As you can see, the synergy is just not there. Xborg is like really late to the team fight. This is not gonna do anything. He's just trying to disengage, I guess, so that's fine. For the people that are watching, stop blaming it all on one guy, because at the end of the day, it's a team effort. They're all kind of fucking up. The only guy that's playing okay right now is probably Chaknu, if anything. He's trying to make the plays. But the reason why Chaknu cannot make plays towards the end of the game is because he has Chu. Alright, Chu's going for the Akai to gain some map vision, that's fine. I'm really not sure why he had to commit that hard on that Akai, but he's gonna die, yeah. He's gonna die. Sagitnu misses the ulti on Yisun Shin, but very well timed from Yisun Shin. Making sure that he doesn't get blown up by Xborg. Yeah, well played, well played. There it is. Oh, okay, I thought he wasn't gonna get the kill on Veil, but he got it. Good, good, good. This Vendetta has been quiet. This Vendetta has been literally done nothing. He has done nothing but clear the wave and push towers. That's it. He has done no plays as a Vendetta. That's not what a Vendetta is supposed to do. Get the immortality at least, Akai, and then you're good to go. Oh my god, this Xborg sustain. Okay, they're good. Just run away. Yeah, run away. There's... Why though? I guess that works. He has Shadow. Okay, he had Shadow, that's why. Ooh, okay. Finally, Vendetta gets a kill there. Mark getting fucked up by the Barats. Oh god, it's gonna be so hard to go against Barats late game with Vendetta and Lancelot. Look at this. Yeah, Vendetta is just like useless right now. Chaknu can't do anything right now. Hayabusa's ulti is so low. He just ulted. This guy just ulted earlier. How he has ulti again? What's the cooldown on that shit? I don't remember it being that low. What the hell? He literally ulted the Xborg earlier. And he has it again. What is that? I think Hayabusa is gonna come into the rise right now. More people will pick him as an offlaner or as core. It doesn't even matter. He's really good as an offlaner though. People should use him as offlane, I would say, instead of a core. Because 1v1, Hayabusa is super, super good. And I think that's it. Like, other than that, like, it's pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully you guys are understanding the way I'm analyzing the game. Etomax is not the entire reason why they lost. It's pretty much a team effort. They all kind of fucked up. Chaknu was kind of overcommitting on Akai, which was not supposed to happen, because he knows that Akai has Hurricane Dance, so even if you knock up Akai or kick Akai, he's just gonna Hurricane Dance and jump away. So Chaknu also has mistakes, even though he probably played the best here. Yes, he's 0-4, but he's been the one trying to make plays at least. I really like the small detail here from Ronin Esports. They did pretty good at freezing the lane here and trying to make sure that the Lord meets the inhibitor tower the same time as this wave meets the inhibitor tower here. So very well played. This is super smart. I like it, yeah. Like, simple things like this is what makes a team good. The Lord is gonna push mid. They're not gonna be able to defend that because Ronin Esports, they know that they have to defend this. So they're forcing the enemies to focus here on top lane instead of the mid lane. That's good. They just kind of scared them away. And now X is like, where the fuck do we go? Like, what do we defend? They're kind of like brain dead right now, honestly. Yeah, what do we defend? Like, look. Oh, do we defend mid? Do we defend top? And they don't have enough wave clear because Farsa ulted one minion, one cannon minion. Farsa ulti for one cannon minion. But then again, he was trying to save this tower. But anybody else could have, you know, killed this one minion just for one minion. Like, for example, Kelra could have like first killed in and then immune back out or ulti out. Or Lancelot could have simply second skilled this minion and then that would have been wave cleared. Just wasted it all in one minion. Now there's super minions behind that and now you can't use your ulti. You can't use your Farsa ulti because you wasted it on one. So it's the same thing, right? At this point, they can't do anything. Execration can't do anything but defend. And that's what's gonna happen the whole game. Their team comp is already falling off. Vendetta never went online. So Vendetta at this point is kind of useless. just an extra body. Lancelot is gonna start falling off. Yes, Lancelot didn't die or anything, but he had a lot of misplays. He had a lot of kills that he missed. Etomax kept using bird form for no reason. Like, he's not using it to escape. He's using it to engage and reposition himself when he doesn't really need to. Xborg is having miscommunication with his whole team. He kept ulting like super late into the team fight. You know what I mean if you watch the the video. Chaknu has been making plays, but he's been overcommitting on Akai. So like each and every member of Exe has their own mistake. It's a team loss, you know. Alright, Barats went for an Xborg with a shield. Not really the way I like it, but whatever. It doesn't matter because this Barats is like late game Barats. So finally they killed the Barats after like a million fucking years. Yeah, at this point they just lose because of team comp. They get outscaled. Nothing else. There's really nothing else to explain here. Yes, you could say that, oh, Farsa was out of position, blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Ronin Esports is supposed to win this at this point. Execration didn't meet their win condition. They never snowballed from early game to mid game at all. So finally, Vendetta did actually a decent amount of damage on Yuzin Shin, but still didn't get enough kills. Look at the Barats in the back line 1v4, and he's just killing everybody one by one. And like I said, they fall off late game, so they're not going to be able to kill Barats. It's super hard, honestly. And even if they do kill Barats, there's still Hayabusa with immortality, there's still Akai. You know, there's just too many things. See, you see how hard it is to position as Farsa? Because when you're stationary, either Veil will just knock you up and then ulti you. So he really needs to watch out for Veil Tornado. And same with Hayabusa. If you're stationary, Hayabusa is going to shadow into you and just ulti you. So it's really hard. It's like the draft. It's pretty much a draft. Execration lost on draft. And again, Chaknu, I don't know why Chaknu kicked the Akai with immortality, by the way. So that's also a mistake right there. That's not something that you want to see. But he's still alive, so that's good. Again, Lancelot missed the ulti right there. Didn't hit. He whiffed everything. You see what I mean? He didn't die. People are thinking, oh, Mark did so well. The Lancelot played so fucking good. He didn't die. He did his job. Well, look at this shit. Look. That was not even close. Would you ever see that on Carl TZ? Please tell me. Look. Not even close. You know what I mean? See, you guys hopefully you guys are seeing this. Hopefully I'm not hallucinating right now. But yeah, this is just a good play from Akai. This Akai has been playing so well. Such an underrated tank. Naomi. I'm gonna remember his name. Such an underrated tank. Chaknu tries to make a play right there. But very nice Winter Truncheon from Veil. Nice outplay, man. Yeah, that Veil has been positioning really well, but Xborg actually ended up getting the kill behind. Vendetta falls off, you can see. Look, Vendetta does no damage. There's no damage. Look, useless. Literally. So cute. You're literally just tickling Akai in the freaking balls. He's tickling panda balls right now. So yeah, hopefully you guys like that analysis. If you guys have any questions or if you guys like have any feedback for Execration, then comment that below. But yeah, there's a lot of mistakes as a team. Do not, for the viewers, please, especially if you don't break it down. If you don't break down the game and you don't look at the small details, please, you don't have the right to criticize these teams because you need to look at it. You need to look at the game in a deeper level, right? And you need to consider the circumstances as well. First, new roster. Second, 2 new rookies, alright, going into MPLI, technically, because these guys are from MPL Myanmar, so they're technically a pro team. No coach, even though Ronin Esports didn't have a coach as well. Zapnu drafted. Their draft kind of sucked, though, I would say. Could have been a lot better. Fourth, they need to practice that Vendetta more. That Vendetta didn't do anything the whole game. No playmaking early game to mid game. Vendetta is supposed to literally just dominate early game to mid game. It just did not happen. But yeah, they just get outscaled. That's it. Hopefully you guys like that analysis. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And do not forget to hit the notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys more with more analysis soon. Peace.